This is a public service announcement from Indigo's Cultural Arts Centers.
Courage, character, confidence, complete.
Hey.
Courage, character, confidence, complete. Courage, character, confidence, complete.
Greetings, my name is Leester Hendricks Wilson. I am the director for Indigo's Teen Mentorship and Indigo's Cultural Arts Centers. My husband and I started Indigo's Teen Mentorship or Indigo's Cultural Arts Center in 2009. We saw the need for mentorships in our community because we saw the lack of morals and values in our community as it relates to young people. My husband, who is the artist, and I, who is the social worker, decided to come together and make a power team for Indigo's Cultural Arts Centers, starting a teen mentorship program. We are a nonprofit agency started in 2009 to help families and children reach their optimal potential. We do this through our teen mentorship program, as well as our Indigo's TV, and soon and hopefully aftercare programs in the area of the arts. Our focus is traditional art, as well as cultural awareness and community service. It's really important that this program is funded. It really aids teens who would normally have the opportunity to travel and learn more about their history and culture, as do others. And it's something that gives families an opportunity to see the greatness in their children.
I have come this far to freedom, and I will not turn back. I am climbing to the highway from my old dirt track. I'm coming and I'm going, I'm stretching and I'm growing. And I reap what I have been sowing, or my skin is not black.
I am patient, peaceful, humble, optimistic, and non-judgmental.
The spirit is the driving force. But what guides that driving force is that principle from which we came. So in essence, we are ancestors, we are elders, we are whatever name we may wish to call ourselves. And our responsibility is to pass on to the children. So they pass on to their children and their children and their children. Because our ancestry will never die.
One reason why I started the African schools, because I wanted our youth to understand that not only do we have our culture which derived out of Africa, but our culture is in so many countries throughout the world now. So, I mean, all over the world, from, like she said, Jamaica to the United States to Brazil to England, and everywhere in the world you can find elements of our culture.
Part of our program is to attend a retreat where our youth can enjoy their time together.
My name is Imani, and my favorite part was when we did the bonfire.
I'm happy that we made fire, and I'm persistent, so that's why I didn't want to give up on this fire.
Good job, good job. How are the marshmallows, people?
Unity. They were awesome. I don't know because I haven't eaten mine.
Unity, good job. Yes, unity. We had unity here today, and we made that fire.
And teamwork.
And teamwork. Good job, Zoe. Real fire. This fire is just like out of control. Until tomorrow, kiddo. Woo, number one. Uh-oh, number two. What happened to them compared to y'all?
I don't know.
Woo, good job. Let's see, who are the number one winners? Woo, champions number two.
Number two.
Woo. And we got 3 champions beating up number 1, 3. Okay, 3. Could you chill out?
Get the camera on.
Okay.
Woo.
Good job, Yayla.
My name's Amari, and the best part I liked about the retreat was when we played kickball and I whooped the tails.
Hi, my name is Zoe, and the best thing that I liked about the trip was working together and doing the fireplace lesson and roasting marshmallows. It was very fun.
What I find for our young people is not the opportunity to have someone to track them for all of their life. And what we provide our young people is a true mentor, someone who will be there with them throughout their life and aid them in their growth and development and defining who they are.
Charles Hawkins, very important to know, he was one of the creators of the transatlantic slave trade. Is also known to be one of the first settlers in North Carolina.
Visit our website at www.indigoscac.org. We really encourage you to donate today because our families need you. and we have some words from our families.
Well, I wanted to develop my skills so I'd be a better person than I am right now. A lot more skills than what she taught me when I first started. And I think that's very, very important.
The first stanza of the pledge, the Indigo Teen Mentorship Pledge, and what it means to me. The first stanza of the pledge is, I am patient, peaceful, humble, optimistic. Wait, what?
I used to procrastinate like on assignments and stuff, and it taught me how to plan ahead and how to it taught me certain values about how to grow as a child and become more mature. So like certain values like listening skills and greeting skills and following the task and everything like that is like really helping.
I guess their perception of who they are is really enhanced. And yes, you have in fact gotten better about knowing when your assignments are due and handling them before they're due. Pacing herself has been very crucial, and she's going into high school next year. So, you know, that's a very good skill that you need to have, is how to actually, you know, organize your time so you get everything done. So, I mean, I think it's been more than practical, more than useful. And then, of course, they're getting exposure to their history and getting exposure to the culture, which they may not get. It's not just me giving them the information, they're actually getting it from Indigos as well. So it's sort of like a double team. So you know, the mentoring program coupled with the work I do with them as a parent, and then their academics, it has fused into making them a much better, well-rounded individual. So I highly recommend the program.
I am the master of myself. I control what I say, what I think, and what I do. No external forces are responsible for my behavior. I am patient, peaceful, humble, optimistic, and non-judgmental. I understand that I'm part of the universe and with a divine purpose. And this means to me that nobody can change who I am and what I think, and nobody is responsible for what I do and what I say besides me.
Basically, what I've learned from the program is how to be a better person. And what I would talk to my peers about is how maybe give them a few tips on how to.
One of the great things I think about the program is that it enhances, it has enhanced his sense of cultural identity. But it's also given him a sense of being focused and task-oriented, where he's had a better understanding about the importance of understanding what the assignment is and completing it, and doing it in a timely fashion, which I think will be a great skill as he matures and becomes a better young man.
Since Jayla has been in the program, I've noticed that his questions seem to be much more mature in his curiosity about things. For example, if you get up in the morning and you need to hustle to get ready for school, and he bells against that, and he says or gives me some looks that are not kind, he will come back to me and say, I'm sorry, I apologize, I understand why we need to do this. And that happens much more often than it did before, so I do see him taking more responsibility for his actions. Okay. Yeah. One other thing I wanted to add was that I see Yele really valuing the symbolism that Mama Nia has shared in terms of, for example, the beads and what they symbolize. He really takes care of them. He values them, and he understands the symbolism behind them and how that is a way of him showing discipline and interest and concern for his heritage, his body, mind, and spirit.